Hi friends, this is Susie, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 3254 in Candy Crush Saga as a special dedication to Dee and everyone else who has been stuck on this level because they've changed it. We used to have different requirements and a different setup, and now we've got 25 moves to collect 15 licorice and 15 chocolate, but it's going to be tough. The chocolate has to come from here, and right now there are waffles surrounding. And again, the licorice here and waffles. And licorice and chocolate operate in the same mode in that if I take some out on a turn, no new stuff forms. And so I have to get this clear so the stuff can form, and then I take it out. When I take it out, it stuns it. And it's a bit of back and forth. I do have striped candies on the board that should help, and I've got a portal system that I'm going to try to use to my advantage. Now, unfortunately, I don't have really a good opportunity to do recording right now, but Dee is so stuck. So Dee, this is for you. I'm going to explain the board, and then I'm going to silence the mic, and then I will come back when there's something important to say, if I discover something new or if I actually beat the level. So what I'm trying to do now is just clear things out, and I'm using both the portals and the dispensers to help me. Let's try to take out many layers of this. I want to get as close to this as I possibly can to really clear this out so I can start that chocolate producing and then clear out anything over here. This one kind of works a little bit, but this is still double thick. I'm going to go ahead and use this opportunity here, and then of course the conveyor belt swings things around. We're almost through to start getting the licorice producing, and then here we go, we're starting to get to the chocolate producing. There, now the chocolate can start producing, which is so important because we need 15 and we only have 18 moves left, so I can see right away this is not going to work to my advantage. But I'm going to try to let that licorice grow, or I'm sorry, that chocolate grow a bit while I'm working on the licorice. So tough to know, what to do when. I'd like to send these both at the same time instead of using them together. So there we go, we can make more clearance here. And now these are blockers, so they eventually get in our way. It's not as tragic because we've got these dispensers here. We're not actually trying to make moves in this section most often. But now, again, the chocolate has been blocked. We don't have any space. We need to open up that space and get more chocolate producing. It means we're going to need luck. We're going to have to try to open things up as quickly as possible. And sometimes we just don't have the luck to be able to get that done. But we can't assume that it's only luck. We need to understand the board really well to capitalize on that luck when it shows up. So I know I need to let the chocolate produce. There's one more spot where it can produce, so I'm going to work on the licorice. I'm going to try to use my knowledge of how the board works to my advantage. So look, we cleared that out, and it's helping to get the things over here, which is nice. Now all of that chocolate is gone, and this is looking good because I have 7 moves. I need 5 chocolate, so there's still enough time for that chocolate to grow, although it's going to be tight. And then I need 9 licorice, but the licorice come out more quickly. And it's a bit of luck here. We've got this cascade going. I understand how the board works, but then I have to let the board give me something. Now we're not getting anything because we took stuff out last time. We took out both chocolate and licorice. So it's not giving me anything here. I just have to wait. I was trying to set something up for the future. Sometimes there's a 1 or a 2 turn delay as to when this will start producing. But what I need to do is set it up so that when I do have enough of this stuff on the board, I can then make sure I take it out. It's just doing a little bit of solitaire right now. It's taking off with the cascades. I know there are some games that people play where you can interrupt the cascade and make a move, use it to your advantage. That's not the case in Candy Crush. You are locked out of any opportunities to make anything change. This is the cascading we need once we get all of these on the board, right? All right, so I can't force the chocolate. The chocolate just grows on its own. But I can force these by making moves under the dispensers. That's what I'm going to look to do. Because I have a really decent setup now and I have a chance. It's not a grand chance, it's a slim chance, but because I have a chance, what I'm going to do is try to make the very best moves possible, trying to capitalize on that luck we have on the board. So I want this to grow. I don't want to do anything too disruptive over here that takes out chocolate. Yikes, I think I might have taken out chocolate. Let's be careful. There's a chocolate. See, it's not going to work now. I don't have enough turns to get enough chocolate. But every time I play, win or lose, I want to finish it off because I want to make sure that I give myself practice on the board so that I understand it fully and completely, so that the next time I have a good chance, I have a better understanding. But this is going crazy now. There's no way I can allow this chocolate to grow. It's just taking off on its own. So let's get the licorice down here. I can take out the licorice. And there's not enough turns to get the chocolate to grow. But let's say I was thinking that one chocolate was going to grow here and I only needed one chocolate. This would be the time when I would try to make disruption over here so that if the chocolate came out, I would be able to take it out with that last move. All right, so I'm going to pause the recording. You've seen a good example of how close we can get, how we need to get things to work. I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to take off the microphone and I'll come back on and talk when I've got something important to say. Okay, so here we go. Got it done. All I need to do is get one more of these gone. Now notice that I tried to start in the area to clear out the things around the chocolate because the chocolate is traditionally much more difficult to get to. So this is where I need to put my initial focus. Once I get this entirely open, then you saw me making little micro movements up here because I didn't want to upset the balance. And sometimes I did anyway, unfortunately. But then I made, something over here for myself to clear this out with, and was able to get it done just at the very end of my opportunities. That's the bad news. It is tricky. The good news is when you can concentrate on all of these different aspects, it is possible. For me, it's still a challenge and it's still gut wrenching every single move because you don't know what's going to happen. But for me, it took me 12 tries to get this done after I started recording. I'll tell you though that I played about 3 or 4 times before I started recording to get a really good feel for the board. If this was helpful, I would ask that you consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. Dee, I'm sorry this was such a struggle for you. It's my fondest hope and wish you don't even have to watch this because you ended up getting it done while I was recording. But if not, I hope this helps. Bye-bye.